Go for it.
All right. Tell me about your gameplay. What do you think you're good at? What do you think you need to work on? You know, anything else?
I think I'm decent at laning phase. I think my mechanics are pretty good. I've been playing since season 3, so I think my game knowledge is all around good. I think I can have better map awareness, and I think I'm also trying to work on kind of prioritizing what I should be doing mid game, what kind of risks I can take. Like, should I be split pushing? Should I be taking their jungle? Stuff like that.
Seems like a lot of Jinx.
So
it's interesting.
I had you op.gg review my page, and you told me not to play Jinx. Since then, I think I've been doing pretty well. I think.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because back then I had like a 20% win rate on her, so I think she finally clicked. I think I play hyper carries. I like long range auto based champions, so like Jinx, Cait. Yeah.
Me too. So I guess we'll take a look and see, you know, what we need to work on.
Okay. So one of my games saying private. It's odd.
Which of these do you think is best to look at?
Game 2. It's a Caitlyn game. Where we make some early game mistakes. Ezreal gets low fed.
Oh, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah, but then I think there's a lot of areas where I could have done a lot better. Like mid game, there's a lot of choices where my team decides to do Baron, and I'm bottom. So I was kind of just curious.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay. We'll definitely see what's going on. You have the classic Caitlyn Morgana lane, so should be pretty easy. All you have to do is land one bind and they're donezo.
Yes, and their Ezreal I didn't think was that hot, but it still ended up being kind of difficult to kill him.
You guys are just running them over, and you guys even see Elise, so you don't even have to ward. So okay, what happened here? How do we take so much damage? Oh, you took a tower shot or something. Oh no, we just hit by Lulu, I guess. Oh, I see. Interesting. Should be fine though. You guys are pushing them in.
Yep.
Sure. Fast forward past all this. Seems like laning phase is going swimmingly, right? Oh, Elise is here. You guys.
Yeah, that was a mistake. I did not see him.
Oh well, you know you can win 3v2. You're so far ahead. Oh, okay. It's just you can't win if you use your net Q EQ combo. So okay, let's talk about what's going on here. Yes. So what's the most important thing when you're pushing up into the lane?
I'd say vision, making sure got the 2 bushes warded.
Most important thing is if I give you like a list of priorities, like 1, you can poke them under tower. 2, you can do tower damage. 3 is vision. 4 is making sure we're ready for the gank. Which of these is the highest priority?
I'd say it would make sense to be ready for a gank.
Right. You always have to pretend they're ganking you, right? Unless you see otherwise. For example, the jungler died or the jungler's mid or something like that. The reason why you have to pretend the jungler is always ganking you is because, or the reason why you have to make it your #1 priority is because, wow, what's going on? Is because, you know, if you die to the jungle gank, all this other stuff was meaningless. True. In a way, right? Oh yeah, we poked them under tower. You die, it's losing, right? It's losing the game. Versus, we make sure we don't die, but we didn't pressure them as hard. That's better than this outcome, for example, right? So #1 is always making sure you are watching the gank, right? So here, if she ganks, are you okay?
I would say so, because we have a huge minion wave. I did make a mistake because I kind of got baited by the Morgana Q.
Right. It was like trying to follow up on this, and then it was just unfortunate, right? We just couldn't get the trap down in time. So nice try, you had the right idea, but you know, the reason why we're not okay is because we use everything, right? True. And why else are we not okay here? What'd you do here that made it so we couldn't?
I think my pathing was kind of awkward. I kind of greeted for the Ezreal.
Right. Why can't we kill Ezreal here?
Probably Lulu shields.
Well, how do you
behind his turret, I guess.
Well, how do you kill him? Is the real The real question.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough damage.
What is this? 5-6 auto attack? Yeah, good luck with. Yeah, it's like there's no way, right? You need something like, oh, we're gonna EQ him, or I'm going to net trap him. That's probably not gonna happen, right? So you need to have a reason to kill someone, right? You have to have the play in mind. So the reason why this is just dicey is because if you walk away here, even after all that, you're good. You're out. And if Morgana walks away, she's good. She just flashes cocoon, she's out, right? So you guys are fine. You just need to know that the first priority in a gank is what?
Get away.
Yes, getting out. Unless you can see a way to kill them. Like for example, you're gonna turn around. You have Q. Even if you have Q, you're not killing him, right? He has heal. So you have to have a way to kill them if you want to stay, right? Otherwise, it's just we kind of threw the lane, right? In a way, right? You're completely winning.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're completely winning. And the reason why it's so important is because what's Elise gonna do now with this assist?
Yeah.
You're gonna run it down to your other lanes, and now you guys have even bigger troubles, right? If it was a different champion like Rengar or Sejuani or anyone who has a level 6 ulti, it's even worse, right? Because now they're ahead of your jungler, so they're gonna have level 6 before your jungler, and then you got all sorts of problems going on in the other lanes. So definitely make sure that all this was really good, except for when the gank came, we didn't prioritize getting out, right? Or rather, we didn't know the gank was coming. Something along those lines, right? You were playing it very well up until that point, and then it was like kind of you can actually kind of call that a throw, right? Because now you've lost control of this lane, for example, right? So our agency in the game is kind of missing. Oh my god, here we go though, the comeback. You just stick the root on his face. You can just auto attack him. You're not going to trap him. That's fine. You could have looked for something like net forward, but this is fine, right? Oh, you go for it anyways. Oh, okay, whatever. Nice try, I guess. You just push, sure. This is not working. This is not working. Oh yeah, you just leave him. Okay, what's going on? Okay, let's back it up. Let's back it up. Okay, so let's see. You get the bind off. You auto attack him. What's the play here? You're just gonna right click him, right? Yep. So we can say that missing this kill is not that bad. Okay. But you can do something like net forward or something, but don't worry about that, right? It's that you net forward after that's kind of dicey, right? Why is this dicey?
Because I'm kind of getting too close to the turret, not much vision.
Like what's the point?
Sure.
Right. It's like after you do it, oh, why can't you guys just push, right? And it's like you're 1v2ing them right now, so you're just gonna lose HP, right? It's like, oh, maybe I can snipe the Ezreal, but I'm pretty sure that that's almost never gonna work, right? Okay. It's kind of interesting, but when you're trying to kill someone, right? It seems like we have this idea of you need to finish him off, but you need to have a way to do it. Like, what's the way to do it? You know what I'm saying? I think the attempt is fine. Okay. It's just that we lost so much HP for nothing, right? We got like some of Lulu's health, so it wasn't that great. And then what's going on here that we should be doing?
Probably pushing wave. Yeah.
Right. Why is that?
So we can safely, hopefully, dive them. So
right. If there was any kind of dive here, you got to kill them immediately, which you can't, or you got to push, right? I doubt there's any kind of dive here because Shen TP is coming, so you need to bind first. So this guy kills himself. You just leave him, right? There's nothing you can do to help this guy. You just gotta not help that. So it's kind of interesting how what's going on here, but there's some kind of big ideas in the laning phase you need to prioritize. Okay. And the first one is, yes, you're 100% right in your gameplay when you're pushing them in, poking them down, doing tower damage, getting vision. But then we missed the first priority, which is don't die to the gank. Okay? Sure. No matter what, you can't die to the gank for free. That is, right? For free. And it's just, you have to have that number one priority no matter what. Okay? And then in terms of this, it's like, yes, getting kills is happy and all, but your number one priority should be getting CS in this case. Right? Not dying to gank. We're secure from the gank here, right?
And honestly, if I prioritize pushing the wave right now instead of doing the whole thing, the dive might have actually went better. Right. Maybe Morgana can land the bind and then you guys can win even though Shen ults, right? For example. Or Warwick is not going to like suicide in or something like that. I don't know. But the idea is you need to prioritize your goals in lane. Okay, so what's your number one goal? Don't die to ganks.
Yes, don't die to gank. And I guess that also applies to don't get caught by enemy bot lane like Morgana, Blitz, Thresh, whatever. What's the number two goal?
CS well.
Yes.
Get
So
these.
pushing, we would say this is number 2 goal because
Okay.
number 1, we're not denying to gank here, right? We're perfectly fine. Number 2, get our CS. So this can include wave management. So like, okay, let's push because he's no HP. And then third is what? What do you think?
I'm not sure.
It's something along the lines of play the matchup out correctly, right? And then everything else is under number 3. So something like if you're trying to trade and Morgana hasn't binded yet, that would be that might be a problem, right?
Okay.
Or we're trying to all in, but we have a Soraka support, right? That used to be my problem, right? Is playing the matchup out wrong. So in this case, this is like we need to do number 1, number 2 priorities in lane, right? I think that's like kind of our problem here. It's just you're basically somehow you're in control of the lane and then you die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even after you died the first time, you got control back immediately. Like Morgana hit the bind and like, oh, we're happy, and then we died again. So it's kind of weird, but you can get control. It's just make sure you don't like throw for free, if that makes any sense.
It does. Yeah, you're right. Because I do have like 20 CS lead and waves pushing towards me. Feels good.
Right.
But
it should be like your perfect CS with 0 deaths would be better, for example, right? So in this case, if I said don't push this, why would that be? There are 2 reasons for this.
Pushing towards us. It's just, I guess, generally safer to have it closer to us than to them.
Right. I would say if we don't see Elise and we have no flash, gank could be likely. Right.
Sure.
The second is having your support being catch. You can thin this out, and then if it's pushing towards you, your Morgana can eventually find the bind. Right. And then the only reason why we say it might be dicey to push this is why. Why is it kind of dicey, I guess?
I guess we don't see Elise.
Right. Elise could be here. She is actually mid. Right. She shows up after we push, but
Okay.
could be Elise. Right. And saying something like Morgana's shield is gonna block it is not good enough, I think, in solo queue. Right. Fair. Because even in the competitive play, Elise is gonna flash and then aim. She's gonna flash towards you and aim Morgana, and then you got a problem, right? The gank is still working. So unless you have something like, oh, our Warwick is gonna counter Elise gank, then maybe consider not pushing. But I think it'll be fine here because we saw Elise, right?
Okay.
It's just that if she came around right now and you didn't know, it would be a problem, right? I think you guys would be considered losing, right? Oh my God, this is free. What is he doing? You just hit this guy, and that's already winning. Sure. Nice try on the net. But you had the right idea. This is... What's going on here? Let's see. What's going on here?
I think I just ate a Q.
I think it was a tower shot, right? And a Q.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing wrong here, I guess? Or what could we be... What should we be afraid of here?
So Elise.
Oh, I guess Elise showed up top, right?
I guess not to get too close to the turret. I guess I don't have too much of a reason to get that close.
We might have some kind of ideas of Shen ulti, right? We could have some kind of problems if Shen TP or Shen ulti comes in, right? Just as long as you know, right? Like, we're not saying that this is losing. This is not technically losing, right? You guys can get out if Shen ults. It's just you need to know the ways you die in lane, right?
Okay.
The ways things can go wrong, because pushing is winning, right? Until you get caught or something like that. So I think your problem is that you're really good at getting the advantage, and then we like die somehow to like a gank, or I think we were trying to follow up on the dive, so that might be kind of weird, right? But you were also chasing them, trying to kill them, right? First 2 priorities is don't die to gank and get all the CS, right? Everything else, like if you're trying to do something alternative that breaks those ideas, it has to always work. For example, let's say they're trade lane and you guys are catched and you try and hit him when he's going for a minion, right? It means that when you do that, there can be no downside. Like his auto attack is already used and their support can't punish you, right? That's the only, sure, that breaks the rule of don't play outside your matchup, but if it's always going to work for whatever reason you can come up with, then it's okay, right? But I think right now we need to make sure that our priorities are in order, right? Okay, what's going on here? How come we have no HP?
Let's see. Oof. Little poke.
Nice Q at least. We just need to oh, okay, okay. You got clipped there. That's kind of awkward, but oh, what the hell? This is winning for you guys. You guys have heal, so as long as you don't get flash ignited, you're good to go. But it's kind of awkward in terms of this is what I mean by doing stuff outside the matchup, right? What are we doing outside the matchup right now? What does our matchup say, I guess?
Just trying to catch. And I
Right.
guess we don't have Morgana doesn't have too much of an opportunity to catch him.
Right. So unless you have some reason to say we can hit them for free, which we don't, because they're just gonna shield, then Morgana always has to go first. Okay, that's kind of the idea. This is the reason why you're losing so much HP in this lane, but that's kind of one of the ideas, right? Okay, so okay, we're just hitting him for free because he eat in, right? But you don't want to chase him, right? Because that turns into a trade, right? And then we get the bind, so this guy's saving our lane somehow, but oh, we got a heal. Okay, good. And they're gonna die to Warwick. That's fine. Fast forward. Right. So the big ideas are you have no. It doesn't seem like you have problems 2v2 except when you're trying to do more than you should. Right. Does that make sense? Is the only problem is when you're trying to do something extra. Right. And then outside 2v2 it's just they're ganking you. Make sure you're pretending that they're always ganking you. Okay, anything like TP or Shen ulti counts as well. Anything like global, for example, right? There's after seeing MSI, people are starting to pick Karthus, right? So that's news for us, bot lane. Something like Karthus, Nocturne, anything like Kled TP into ulti, Scion TP into ulti, Shen ulti, all that stuff you've seen before, right? That shit happens in our lane all the time. So definitely you have to be super aware of that. Otherwise, bad things could happen, right?
Do you think...
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
This is winning, right? You have Warwick, so Shen ulti maybe could be losing. Oh no. Oh, this is winning actually, right? Nice, very nice, well played. Right, how did I know it was winning?
Actually, I didn't know. I didn't think we would have won that, to be honest, because I was
So
backed in.
In terms of knowing if a fight is winning or losing, right? If it's a 3v3, if it's even numbers, how do you get an advantage?
Having some minion.
Okay, minions.
Sure.
Minions can count in a even fight. What else? Anything you've seen in your experience?
And this, I mean, having some kind of TP advantage, having Rise maybe. He does have ult. But,
just ignoring everyone else. It's just pure 3v3, right? I said it was dicey because Shen could have ulted here, but you guys have an advantage. You guys have a distinct advantage. That's like one of the oldest rules of League of Legends, and it has to do with Singed.
All right, so they're chasing us.
Yes, chasing. Right? Why is chasing a disadvantage?
Because they have to. I guess it's easier for us to hit skill shots.
Right. You can throw shit whenever you want. Right. Morgana is almost. She should have held on to that, but there's no way that someone's not gonna get hit. Right. They have to flash it or something like that. Same thing with you. You're gonna guarantee a trap, hopefully. But we also miss our trap, which is kind of awkward. But that's the general idea: is that you're gonna guarantee skill shots. So chasing is an advantage. Right. There's also another thing here that you did that does count. Right. Right here. What was that?
I guess bush vision.
Yeah, vision is advantage too, right? Well, maybe it's worded. I don't think it's worded because you pushed up the whole time. But so. Right, we have vision and chasing, so that's how we knew we won. The third is kind of failed engage, right? So they're trying to engage on you, but missing cocoon is an indicator that it's not working, right? So didn't actually work because your black shield actually saved you, and Warwick had a sick ult. But that's how we knew is that you're winning or you're going even at the very least. They were chasing in a 3v3. Shen ult actually comes down time. I think you want to leave this because you can't kill this guy, right? You can try and hit him if you want, but goodbye Warwick, not your fault, right? What was the advantage here for them?
Turret being
What was Warwick doing that we just talked about?
chasing.
Right, so very clear. Even though it's 3v2, it's very. You got the turret here too, but if there's even numbers, you can tell. You can kind of be able to reason out, if fights are winning or losing based on what's going on, right? In terms of the situation, right?
Seems simple now that you mention it.
Right. It's all about like recognizing it in game. Like when you see this, I'm like, oh, this is a failed engage chasing, and your work's right behind them, so should be win, right? It's just that you guys missed bind, so I was like, oh, not sure, but here is good. Okay, what should we be doing now?
Probably good time to back.
Right. Why is that?
Good monies, we're out of mana. and we're fighting the Shen for some reason.
I think you can make an argument that maybe there's a way to force the tower down. But in solo queue, I always think that it's better to not throw than it is to get more.
Okay.
Right. If you think this is any kind of risk, then you don't do it. Right. So I think that you guys can't actually do it. So I wouldn't have tried. Right. So you guys end up basing. That's fine. Right. Try to get as much as you could. Oh, someone died. That's not your fault. This guy just gets binded 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the prediction. Get shit on. Oh, okay. How come this ulti? What would I say about this ulti?
I thought that Lulu was not there. And it was just a good way to just poke damage out of him.
Okay, okay, that's fair, I guess. I think reasonable, right? If you're like, he has no sustain and Lulu wasn't there, he's gonna get chunked. So I think it's fine. But normally, you don't really want to use ulti like that, right?
Okay, that's fair.
Because look at his HP now, right? It's like now we have no ulti. So if you guys caught someone and then they're both 50 HP, you can't kill them. But honestly, that's a minor issue. You don't really focus on that unless you see it like 10 times. Then it becomes a problem, right? Okay, hitting tower I think is fine. You just nice try. You just hit the closest guy and you're winning. Oh, this is definitely winning, right? Actually, that's the example of what's going on right now, right? Is that they have no HP and you have no ulti, right? So actually it became relevant. So yeah, that's kind of awkward, but I think you play that well enough, right? Don't worry about that. Oh my god, he just gets binded again. Just kill his ass. Sure. Fast forward, you push this, and then you want to base and or help dragon. Okay, base.
So at this point, I thought we were pretty good.
Right, you guys are winning. Like,
we're in a good place.
Look at this. Look at this 2v2. Let me see this. Look at this 2v2. Right, that's after you kind of threw twice. Right. So what would have happened if you didn't throw twice? Probably
even bigger of a lead.
Exactly. So if this is how laning goes for you average, then as if you can fix the don't die to gank kind of idea, then you're just gonna destroy them. Maybe it's just because your bot lane combo is too strong, but
right, we're gonna K is pretty good, but I think this is around a time where more problems are coming out.
Interesting. What's going on here?
Probably no explanations. Stopping his back, trying to be.
Stopping his back is good, but then what do you do after?
I guess I waste my escape.
Right. I think it's like it's getting in the dicey range, right? Okay. What about Fizz and Elise coming out right here with Lulu from the side? Oh, all of a sudden we kind of needed our net, right? So I think we have. We definitely need to make sure that we're safe. Oh, actually, here we go, right? If you didn't have a Morgana, you're actually dead there, right? So I think the one of the problems you're having is, like you did say, there's a map awareness issue. Oh my god, you're gonna kill this guy. Oh! Oh no. Okay, well, whatever. I think you do have an issue with map awareness, and if you can't see them, you have a problem, right? Because they're just ganking you, right? I think we might die here if we're not careful. Oh no, you should be okay, I think. Okay. Right, so now we have a problem, right? I would say, in terms of, we should have died. I'm pretty sure, like, right here, right? Look how close that bind. Look how close that shield was, right? So this is the idea. Is this is how you fix it? Is map awareness issues, right? Is you're always trying to do something at any given time, right? You always want to wait for a wave. You're waiting for your teammates to spawn. You want to push a wave. You want to hit the tower. Anything counts, right? So if we're doing this, what are we doing right now in terms of actions we're trying to take?
Nothing. I don't think we're accomplishing anything. Waiting for a wave. So we can take.
You wanted to stop his back, right?
Right.
So this counts as like an action, I would say. This is how I view the game in this map awareness sense. So first you're like trying to identify what you're trying to do. So first is I want to try and stop his back.
Okay.
And then what's the second thing you should think of?
Where their jungler could be. What other lanes are pushing? Where's I guess where Ezreal is.
Right. You look at the map. Right, so you're like, okay, where's the jungler? That's probably the biggest offender, but as you know, that's not the only person who's missing. Any kind of solo lane or TP. How many times do you die to Camille or Fiora or Cassidy from the side, right? That shit is like everywhere, right? So first thing is look at the map. which is how we know this is dicey, right? How did I know Fizz and Elise and Lulu? It's because those are the only people not showing up, right? So, one, you're trying to do something. It could be anything like pushing a wave, clearing a wave, defending a tower. Two is you gotta know where they are. And if you don't know where they are, you assume worst case scenario, okay? So what's worst case scenario here?
They are coming from, I guess, rates.
Right. This is a common one. This spot right here. Right. I would say it's very common, right? This even gets pinked. So it's like we get vision, all of a sudden they're honest, right? And how come Morg's shield doesn't save us? Because Fizz damage breaks the shield, and then we got problems, right? We would have to like flash or something like that. But if you don't know they're here, it's not possible to flash, for example, right? And then 3 is, you know, let's say they don't know. Let's say you look at the map and they can't. It's like even numbers or whatever. Then the third is, can they stop me? Right. So if you're going for a play on Ezreal, and like we did when Elise came to gank, it would be like, can they stop me? And then the answer is like, yes, he has heal or something like that. But you just couldn't kill him in that case. But if there was counterplay, you have to assume this counterplay, right? Like if I go for this dive and I have 1 hit left, Shen's gonna TP, for example, or he's gonna shield or whatever, right? So that's kind of how you work on it, right? Is these 3 steps, right? First is you want to do something, right? You want to defend this tower. 2, where are they? Okay, Lisa's over the wall, right? And then 3 is you know, can we actually do this, right? I don't think we can actually do this if Lisa's over the wall, but we could have a problem here, right? Fast forward. Okay, right. This Ezreal is like inting. I don't know what's going on. Actually getting hit by everything, right? He's doing this. He's doing the opposite of what you should be doing, right? Which is, you know, not dying. So okay, can you guys get this tower?
I think so.
How come? What's the reasoning?
I mean, it's 4v4. Seems like we have at least.
What are we doing here? That's super dicey.
Super dicey.
Well, I guess we see Elise topside, so it can't be Elise and it can't be Shen. But who's missing here?
Fizz.
Right, so Fizz is right here.
Right.
That's where you have to pretend, right? Unless you saw him on the map, like over here, you literally saw him and you're like, he physically cannot be here, right? Then you can do this. But I feel like more often than not, you don't know where they are, right?
Sure.
Does that sound fair? Oh,
sounds pretty fair.
What's going on?
So I guess I don't respect them.
Enough. Oh, get the tower, or you gotta run. Oh shit! Right. So this is the stuff that throws games. For example, right? If we had died here, or we actually might die here. I think we're just getting super lucky in terms of somehow they couldn't finish. Right. Oh my god, how did they not get you here? Wait, she didn't go in. What? She could have switched forms. Oh well. But yeah, things are. This is a solo queue secret, okay? When was the last time sieging tower has won you a game?
I would say fairly often, especially when you play Cait. That's one of her strengths with traps and poke.
In the mid game, it's oftentimes that you siege a tower and you hit the tower and then you win the game. Like you knock all the towers down mid while they're still alive.
Sure, maybe not.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Is when I say by like winning the game, I mean like someone you guys are sieging and then the other team collapses, they kill everyone. That would be winning the game, right? I've seen that more, like 9 times, 10 times more than the other way around, where you get a tower for free, right?
Right.
So this is why I'm always like hesitant when we hit tower, but it actually did become a problem, right? Because you guys try to finish it, right? The problem in solo queue is that if there's a siege opportunity, people will kind of not know if it exists, but they'll do it anyways. And then what's like the condition? Like how long are you going to stay here for? Everyone stays until it's too late.
Right.
Like what's going on now, right? You're trying to finish it, but apparently you physically could not kill it, right? So that's the problem, is that we're staying too late. Or maybe a team is trying to siege with the Lux bind and then they miss the bind, but they siege anyways, right? And then they all die, for example. It happens way too often in solo queue, but it seems like we didn't get punished here. And then you go bot, which is really good, right? We just kind of push this out. Okay, you see everyone top, so who could be here? Just Elise, right? Can you beat Elise? I think if you hide in your minions, you can win, right? So as long as you know that we wouldn't go to this bush, for example, right? How do we check these bushes for Elise?
I do have a pink that I'm not using. Probably traps.
Right,
as well?
traps. Right, just trap everything, right? Trap, 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 and then you're good to go, right? But face check is really dicey because she one shots you, right?
Okay.
So you definitely gotta make sure that's we got that down. And then since you see here, you can take red, right? So that's good. Base, go top side or you go mid, doesn't matter. So the mid game stuff has been good so far. It's just I think you overstayed at the tower.
Okay.
Right. And we're not making sure that we can't die to XYZ champion, right? Because you face checked out Bush. So
would you say at this point in time, are we winning or are we losing?
you're winning, right? How do you know?
We're winning.
Let's see. Let's back it up. Let me see if I can see the scoreboard here. Okay, here. How do you know you're winning?
Myself and Rise are kind of better, but their team comp was very difficult to break through. We do have some level advantages. Our Yasuo is 0-5.
So there are a few ways to look at it, right?
Sure.
First is scaling. Which team is outscaling?
I would say us.
Yeah, so any team that is scaling, if they're even or slightly behind, they're winning. Right? So you guys are ahead. You're definitely winning, right? The second thing you'll look at is, how useful is everyone on the team, right? So you're very useful. Rise is very useful. Yasuo is going to be useful in the end, right? He's going to be split pushing, and he even has 50 CS or 40 CS, right? So you don't really see any downsides here. Like, everyone's winning across the board. Maybe you can say Elise is a threat, but you guys are just straight winning in terms of your carries have more money, right? And even though your top lane's behind, he's scaling. Right, so you guys are winning out eventually, and Warwick and Elise don't scale that well, but should be fine, right? It's not like Elise is solo carrying or anything like that. That's not gonna happen. So you guys are winning, right? But even if you're not winning, the gameplay is still kind of the same, right? What's your priority in the mid game?
Pushing.
Right, making as much money as possible, right? That includes pushing, right? So here we get this tower. Eventually, after you kill these minions, you gotta run. I hope. Right, we gotta leave. Oh, okay, what's going on here?
Oh no.
Why is this dicey?
I guess, mate.
Right, how do we know this is losing? How do we know that this is most likely losing?
The Yasuo.
Right, it's 4v5, and you guys are sieging tower, and I don't care what happens, you guys are losing. So, I already knew before you touched the tower, right? That's kind of the idea behind League of Legends is, see this pattern? Avoid it, right? See a losing pattern, avoid it. See a winning pattern, keep it going, right? Okay. So something like knowing that your team is scaling, you guys just have to stall the game. That would be like a strategy you guys could implement. It's just clear waves, right? Or something like, oh, this is 4v5, you're automatically losing, right? Or if this is 5v5, you're still losing because you're hitting tower, for example, right? You're getting sieged on. Unless you have a way. So the only when can you siege, right? Why do we see sieging in LCS and stuff like that? When can you siege?
If Yasuo was perhaps pushed up top lane more, and they had the reason to try to stop him.
Yeah, let me make it more
Sure.
directed. What conditions have to be met before you siege?
Should see their assassins. I guess I'll need to wait.
Make it more general. Make it more general. Not champion specific.
Vision?
I would say vision's related, but you do not need it. It's not necessary in terms of these. It's more general than that. It's more general than that.
Because I can't kill the turret, I shouldn't be trying to siege it.
Right. You need two things, right? One, you have to be doing something productive, right?
Okay.
So if you have a Lux, a Blitzcrank, and whatever, and you can't hit the tower, you can still be productive, right? Because you're gonna try and grab someone or bind someone. What's the second thing?
I'm not sure.
You have to be able to beat each of their engage possibilities. So, for example, if there was a Gragas, you have to beat Gragas E Flash Barrel or something like that, right? Or they have a Jarvan, you have a way out of his ulti, or you guys are losing, right? Anything like that. Flash. Right, so how do we beat, Shen? Okay, we're going to, I have no idea, right? Shen Tom Flash is already losing, right? Something like Fizz ulti is already losing. I don't think Morgana shield is good enough for Fizz ulti, right? So we don't have a way to dodge Fizz ulti either. And then what else is there? At least you can say, you can actually say shield is blocking, I think. You say we have an answer to Elise. So we got Fizz from down here or something, and then we got Shen Taunt Flash. So we're already dead here, I would say.
All right.
right? Shenton flash, Fizz comes out, and then oh, this is sad, right? So what do we do instead? What do we do instead after you push this wave in? This is already dicey, but I think since they're not coming out, you're good to go, right? You can see enough, right?
And the only other thing you could probably do is just take their jungle.
Right, you can take their jungle, ward everything, run to Baron. They have to face check.
Okay.
That would be creating a winning fight, right? Why is that a winning fight in a 5v5?
Have them come to us, have them, like, I guess, chase us.
That's true. There's some kind of chase involved, right? But the bigger reason is vision, right? Face check is pretty OP. Face check can win 4v5s, for example. If they face check, you guys can instantly kill them all, right? Or kill someone, and you're good to go. And then it's just, yeah, it's just, I would say that is a much better option than trying to fight 4v5 under their tower, right? Something like this is like you're trying to bait them into chasing you, so you can like force an advantage, right? But you're still 4v5, which is how we know you're gonna lose, right? You have to get something really crazy like Morgana binding on Lulu, and then something like Warwick ulti lands and Ryze is doing good damage. I don't know. You need something big here, but most of the time this is what's gonna happen. Okay, this is why I say never do this, because most of the time this is what's gonna happen. So I think the big thing you can work on is making sure we figure out do the map awareness steps, where one, you're trying to do something, right? You want to hit that tower. Two, where are they? You don't know where anyone is. So can you beat all the people missing? And then you say no or yes based on how many people you have, for example, right? And that's how you'll know, if you're dying to gank or not, right? Okay, there's a fight going on here. If Yasuo dies right now, this is losing, right? So this is a lost fight, right? How do we know?
Being men down. You don't have Ryze.
You don't have a Ryze. So Yasuo has to survive long enough for Ryze to get here. So when I said, he's gonna die, then you guys lose. 4v5. So Warwick goes in because he's trying to save someone, but it's just not happening, right? It's actually impossible. So maybe Ryze can get some crazy value here. Oh my god. Okay, you guys went even somehow. Wow. Azero just ran in. Okay, good flash. This is winning. Oh, okay, nice try. But you had the right idea there. Okay, you're gonna try and do dragon. I think this is okay, but what would I tell you? What do you think I would do instead of dragon?
Interesting, because I thought you would take dragon. Seems like a pretty good objective, and we have bottom pushing. I don't think I can push anything else. So I'm curious, what do you think?
There are no waves. There are no waves you can get.
I can't really see bottom. But
bots pushing, but you can't get bots. So
pushing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we can push middle, can we? If we could,
you can. You already pushed it, right? That's these minions right here.
Okay.
So you guys already pushed mid, which is good. Or you guys were fighting and it ended up pushing because Ryze was like AOEing everything. But you can go top, right? If you're trying to generate as much money as possible, you can go top, right? And it's like Cloud Drake is not bad, which is why it's not like a mistake. But Yasuo like ends up TPing top, and it's just not good because he doesn't have TP anymore. So and this dragon is like only useful for something like Morgana, Ryze. It's kind of useful, I guess, right? It's not bad. But I would probably go for more minions, more money.
Okay.
Right. If I have a choice between a bunch of waves and the dragon, unless it's like mountain or infernal, then it's probably gonna go for the waves, right? Gold generation is the most important thing for you. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see. Let's go. Let's watch this part. So who's missing here that you're gonna die to, or you should die to, or that you can die to? Not you should, but that you can die to.
Fizz probably the only one.
Yeah, and then he showed up while you're doing this, but this bush is super cancer, right? In terms of defending, that's pretty common. They go around, or anything like going over from this angle or something like that, right? So you always gotta be like paranoid. That's what you want to be. Okay, this is a horror movie, and you have to be paranoid of all the monsters. Like I'm not joking, right? Because you have to like. If you die to a single thing, that's like a throw, right? That's why it's so important for us to make sure we don't die to anything, right? And then, going top is very good. Holy shit. Let me watch this. Wait, your team is trying to do two things at once, though. How do we know going top is very good?
Seems like maybe we can pick off Shen. And maybe get Baron if we do kill him.
Right. He can't get away. He shouldn't be able to get away, right?
Right. I think that was a misplay.
I don't know what happened here, but Yasuo should have kept him here. He should have ulted or something like that.
Yeah.
So you had the right idea though. You even got his flash, so I think it's fine. You had the right idea for sure. That was a good decision. I don't know what happened, but your team went to go do bot, and this play didn't work somehow, so that's really awkward. But whatever, steal their blue, lose mid. I think it was a good attempt. It's not gonna matter. Losing that tower is literally not gonna matter though. In solo queue. And then okay, what's going on here? We're going bot. Why is going bot? Who's missing on the map? Who's missing on the map? That's gonna kill you.
Let's see. I kind of can see it from the map. Looks like we have Fizz and Lulu, and Elise probably could be bottom.
Right, Elise and Ezreal. Right, if you don't know where they are, you have to assume worst case scenario. So I'd say this bush or this bush. So insta die. Right, no way out. You can't dodge it. And then we see them. Right, if you see them, that's when you can do this kind of thing. But you didn't know where they were, so I think that's just something you need to work on for sure.
And then it does make sense because being in like lower league, I am getting away with this. But then once I get higher diamond, then this might be punished more often.
Right, but at the same, you're also not getting away with it too, right? Because we died to it before, I think, like 2 or 3 times. So it's definitely something to fix now and later. I don't know what your team did, but they actually just killed themselves. So not quite your fault. It's just something like this shouldn't really be happening because you don't know where they are, right? Okay. There's no need to get this bot wave because it's pushing into you guys. Right, so you can send Yasuo or you can send Ryze or whoever has TP. You guys are happy, right? You stay mid, you stay top. You're good to go, right? But whole team dies. Not really your fault. You're gonna push this. Maybe you can get an inhibitor. Okay, they're coming right now. You gotta leave, I think. Okay, you got the tower. Not bad. I would even say something like maybe dying for tower could be worth because it's opening up their base. But you gotta go. Okay, base. Getting a hex drinker I think is fine for the Fizz. Sure. Go mid. This is good. Ryze is gonna go bot, I hope. Okay, good. How come you don't want to be out here, or how come it could be dangerous to be out here? What do you have to be prepared for if you come out here? Is the better question.
I would say Fizz. Fizz, the one that can probably jump me from two screens away. Right,
Fizz, Elise in this bush. Right, you always have to ask yourself who and from where. Right, those are the things you have to ask yourself when you don't see them on the map. Right, so you guys get away with this, but what's going on here? He's just dashing in. You can't really do anything about that, right? How come it's not a good spot? I guess.
No minions.
Right, it's nothing to accomplish here. Yeah, he's just gonna hit you guys for free, and it's not like you guys can turn around and get him. So, oh, what happened here? You have a lot of money though, so as long as you can hit someone, you guys are winning the game. Oh, okay, you're trying to dodge ulti. I think that's fine. Sure. Fast forward. Sure. There's a high chance that someone's just gonna get hit by bind, and you guys are happy, or maybe even Yasuo ulti, right? Anything like that. Oh, getting red is good. Oh, why is he so far forward? He's crazy. Why are you so far forward? You're crazy. What's going on?
I think it just was kind of an awkward team comp where we kept getting poked and then assassinated with no way of killing them.
Well, they have Baron right now, right? So you guys, your real objective is just wait out their Baron, right? So just make sure you don't die in terms of like coming out here. I think this is losing. They're gonna do a bunch of damage to you, and then you're gonna flash out, and then it's hard for you to contribute, I think, right? So should be definitely be very careful about trying to bait in the front line, right?
Okay. It seems to be a trend that I'm doing.
Right, exactly. Like here, for example, right? Fizz ulti is still losing because Morgana shield is not strong enough, right? Oh my, what? How did it not attach? What? You see this? It's literally on top of Morgana.
Well,
what?
Riot, please.
That is so weird.
Not gonna complain.
Kind of interesting, but I think that could be a problem. Oh, right, something like this could be a problem, right? Okay, we get away with it. Not bad. This is free kill. You guys are definitely winning this now. Oh no. Oh, okay, you guys are winning now for sure. I thought Ezra was gonna kill you while you were taunted, but 100% win. How do we know it's a win?
Diving, silly dive.
Right, they just die for free, right? Essentially for free.
I have to fire into my traps. Yep.
And when you didn't die to that taunt, you guys are good to go. So yeah, I think there is a recurring theme of
being too forward.
Right, you like always in danger of dying. I think is the theme of this game, right? Like in this case, you know, what are you dying to here?
Could, I guess, die to anything. Elise or Fizz.
Right. I'll say Elise or Fizz, right? Anything, dude. They could just flash on you, and you have no team, right? This is 1v4, so you always have to be paranoid about what's happening, right? In terms of like when you're going to go farm and stuff like that, you're doing really well. It's just this thing is so like making sure you don't die to random stuff is so important because that's gonna throw the game essentially. Like basically they got Baron because they got super far ahead, right? And then your team made a mistake and then they got Baron, right? But we kind of threw a lead that we shouldn't have. But you guys are gonna win this because you're outscaling for sure. I'm pretty sure. Unless someone gets caught or something, that's super weird. You guys are just automatically winning this game. Oh wait,
Spoiler
this
alert, we don't win this game, but it's kind of okay.
We're seeing a trend, right? It's kind of the same thing. Dead Ezreal here, 100% dead, right? You see Fizz, so it's not Fizz or Lulu, but Ezreal in Shen ulti, right? Anything like that, this is a throw. You lose inhibitor, for example, right? I would say is oh no way, are you dying? Oh no, okay, yeah. If they had anyone else there and you didn't have Morgana, or you didn't have Morgana, it's just losing, right? But I think you're just getting really lucky, right? Because the Morgana shield is just point and click, and then their engage wasn't good enough. Oh my god, the Morgana shield fit exactly. So I guess if our plan is Morgana shield can eat Fizz ulti, this is fine, right? For example, you just have to know it's coming, right? It just has to be the plan. And I think it's okay because they are missing an Elise too, so 4v5. Hitting this tower also can be dicey. You know HP. You need to hit some minions. Okay. We are losing. We gotta run. 100% losing. You gotta run. You are 110% losing. You gotta run. Oh, everyone's gotta get out. Nice trap. But your whole team is dying, right? So how do we know you guys are all dying from this point?
Too low.
Here. This is why sieging is dicey too, right? Because what did you guys accomplish? What did you guys get out of doing this?
Not much. I guess I didn't see Yasuo going middle.
Right, but it's something we did that kind of made it impossible to win.
Getting poked.
Right. Yeah, no HP, right? So there's just nothing you can do, and you die to like at least repel Fizz Q, right? Anything like that is losing. Even Ezreal E flash or Ezreal ulti is losing as well. So there's just nothing you can do. That's why you have to run. Alternatives to something like this is what? Right, how do we know that after here we should leave?
Top lane pushing. Doesn't seem to be too many objectives. I kind of do like Yasuo going bottom, except
so
for our wave.
So remember our conditions of sieging. What was the first thing we said?
Have vision. Have
no, not vision, but like more general ideas. The two ideas you need for sieging.
I guess have a way of killing it, and it seems like I'm the only one that would be hitting it.
Right, you can get something done.
Sure.
Right, you can do something productive. Remember, like an example of like Lux binding. Maybe you can hit the tower, but you can bind, or you can hit the tower because you're Caitlyn or something like that. So how come we can't get anything done here? In this picture.
Probably just no way of killing the turret.
You have no minions. Yes, you can't hit it. So you have no minions. It's not productive, right? How do we know you have no minions? They all died right here, right? So that's how we know that you need to do something on this wave, or you can't do anything, right? Because Elise is coming back. So first is you can do something productive. Second is you can't get engaged on for whatever reason.
What would be the most productive thing to do after that?
You push this, you push top, that's money. You can do this, take their camps. You can do this and pink Baron, right? Anything like that is very good. You can even say something like, we pretend to leave, we hide over this wall. I think that's a very effective common solo queue strategy. It's just this wall right here. they're gonna come out immediately, and you're gonna get them because you have vision advantage, right?
Okay.
So anything like that. But I just know that. Huh? Sorry.
Sorry. Does that work for you often? Like.
Yeah.
Can you
all the
actually
time.
get 5 teammates to?
Let me see this. What are some good examples? Near the end of the game. This is always the strat at the end of the game. Hold up. Any of these? Let me see. If you ping it and you pink it, people are gonna want to do it, right? People will consider it, right? None of these apparently. Let me see.
I mean, I've seen you do on the stream, so.
Okay. Then you know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
I think it's just a better option than just sieging without kind of having some kind of guarantee that the siege is working, right? Okay. It's just, it doesn't make sense, right? More often than not, this is gonna happen, and you guys are gonna die and they get Baron, for example, right? So if you guys die and they get Baron, that's the problem. Okay, hold up. Only Morgana died, so it wasn't that bad. But they're doing Baron. We pushed mid. Okay, I think this is, if you can get this tower, this is gonna be good. Let's see. Again, inhibitor. I think this is actually fine. But I would have liked for us to look at the Baron to see if we could help. But I think this is actually pretty good, right? Because you're threatening two things at once. Right. What are the two things?
Well, Baron and Hib, and it's a 4v5. So
specifically Baron steal, right? So
true, right.
You're like leaving your options open. So I think this is good. I think it's actually really smart by you. You guys actually get the inhibitor for something. That was really good. 10 out of 10. You're saving the game for sure. It's just it's really interesting. We make like really smart decisions, and sometimes we're like dying, or we're in danger of dying. So as long as you can fix this one idea, I think you're doing good. Okay, what's going on here? Hold up. What is Work doing? Oh no. Okay, you gotta leave because he missed, right? You want to know that you want out because he missed. Oh my god, maybe you can save this. Oh, okay, no, this is, you guys want to leave for sure. Everyone out. You guys gotta get out or you're dying of fizz. Oh, you guys are all dying. Oh, maybe. Oh, this is so hard to tell, but it started out losing, so it started out losing, so you definitely want to play, you want to play safer than this, right? How do you know you don't want this fight?
Our only way of engaging missed or
like missed workout, right? So
I think we just keep getting baited because one person goes in and it's like, oh, kind of looks good,
right? You just want to run and put traps down. That's like all you want to do. You want to stay at max range to see if you can help your team, but you don't really want that fight. Oh my god, let's watch this. What's going on here? They're trying to dive. Holy crap.
3v5, yeah.
Okay, this is winnable if you can kill people. Okay. Oh, at least he's dead. That's free. So this could be winning. Oh, if you can net that guy. Oh, okay. Well, nice try, I guess. You can hit this guy, I'm pretty sure. Yep, he's dead. Nice. You don't have to heal for this. Just try and save inhib and you're good to go. Sure. You can't save that. Oh, don't get taunted. Okay, you're dead there. How do you die?
Moved up way too much.
Yeah. No, what specifically do you die to?
I'm what's it called? The Shen's taunt.
Right, taunt flash and or flash polymorph, right? Okay. So this is the one you definitely gotta watch out for this. Oh my god, he's actually killing you. Holy shit. He's killing you without landing taunt, right? So definitely want to watch out for this big idea, right? It's like, what are we trying to do here? Right here is the same thing, right? You're gonna die because you can't. We know you can't save this. They really want to get this. You can't save this. So you're
outside. I think I can.
Oh wait, you're dead. You're actually dead here, right? So yeah, that's this is kind of the big idea, right? This is the real big idea. Like you have so much money, you can carry the game as long as you don't kind of get caught, right? I think that's like your big problem is that you may not get caught that often, but when you do get caught, it's like really important times. You know what I'm saying? It's just this method will help you the most. Okay, is you siege as your last option.
Okay.
Everything else is better than sieging, unless you have a guaranteed way to make a siege work. Like they're all dead, for example, then you can siege. But I think this sieging problem is a problem, right? Because even though you do, what's it called? It's like you have the right idea sometimes when, yes, you can siege. But I think right now it's too hard to tell the difference for you. When's a good siege and when's not a good siege. Right? Because like back in this, where is it? It was like you were sieging mid and you got all of its HP, but then you stayed. Right? So staying to get it down to like 20 health was really good. But the difference is that you didn't know you had to leave. And that's the problem in solo queue, is that it's really hard to tell, right? So I think you just avoid sieging completely, because you can do other options that are equally as good, right? Like warding up the whole jungle, so they can't even leave their tower, for example, without being afraid, or threatening objectives, or getting more money by farming waves and or creeps. The second thing is you need to work on your map awareness. I think is the big one, right? It's just they're missing on the map. Worst spot for me possible. Okay, they're missing on the map. Where can they be? Right. Let's take a look at this one and see if we have similar kind of ideas going on.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, this guy's named the.
I don't know what that is. Is it an anime?
That's Sagi. It's like what Yasuo says.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah. Okay.
On his I think it's on his tornado or whatever. But
so I think this game I chose because it was extended team laning phase. So I think I wanted to see if you had any thoughts on just lane mechanics.
In terms of okay, let's see if laning's good. But if this is anything like your last game, you're gonna do really well, right? That last game was just absolutely, you could have won the game off laning phase basically. Or had a huge lead. Maybe not win the game, but huge lead, right? Which you did. It's just that we died, so the huge lead was gone. Okay, wait, what's going on here? Okay, let's talk about this actually.
Sure. So we're fighting for level 2.
Yep. And then we got it. And then what's going on with let me see this. Let's back it up. Well, there's something wrong here, but if you want to fight for level 2, what should you do instead of hitting the back line?
I'm not sure, but I was definitely trying to fight for level 2. I was trying to safely push them in at some point.
Okay. Wait, say that again?
I was trying to push them in. And I guess that they shoved faster than I was.
Do you know who their jungler is? I kind of missed it.
This game I missed it too.
All right, 250, Gragas and Eve. All right, so how strong is Gragas' gank?
Fairly strong.
I would say it's pretty good. Yeah. And then how good is Lulu and Tristana assist in the gank?
Quite good.
I would say it's quite good as well. So, and then the next step is, how good are you getting away and how good is Rakan stopping them? I would say you don't want to really push this lane, right? Okay. It's pretty, unless they have no HP or something, you don't want to push, right? And then Rakan goes for a catch. Okay, what are we doing? That's a mistake.
I thought this was somewhat decent because they were trying to fight us and our minions, but then once Rakan missed his knockup.
Right. How come you guys? I would say lost this exchange. I would say you actually won this, but you guys should have lost, right? How come you guys should have lost? Right here. If she walks away, did you lose?
Yes.
Right.
Probably,
and
yeah.
Why is that?
Because we just traded poorly and we missed Rakana.
Right. You don't want to trade, right? Okay. Your side does not want to trade, right? Because
are we all in?
Level 6 is all in, right? But before that, why are we not all in? Or why is the lane in general not all in? Because Jinx does want to all in.
True. I think then we become a catch.
Right. If he hits the knockup, you guys can go. Okay. That's good enough to win, right? You can turn that into an all in, but he missed, so it's automatically losing if you try and do anything, right? You guys got away. How come you guys got away with this? What happened here that you did really well?
They were chasing us, or they overstayed.
Right, tanking minions as well.
Yeah.
Right. So you actually saved this, but I would say still it's not good, right? I would say it's definitely not good, right?
It actually made no sense looking back on this because I know what's gonna happen, foreshadowing. But I was trying to greed for saving the extra pot for some.
Right,
some
you're gonna
reason.
die to ignite, so You got a problem. And or die to dive. Oh yeah, there's ignite. Oh, she didn't even ignite, right? So it's not that we say we greed for the pot. It's that twofold. Okay, one, if you're in a trade lane and your support partner is not trade, I will heavily prefer Doran Shield. In fact, I always go Doran Shield if there's any kind of trade going on, because this is gonna happen, right? No matter what, you're gonna get hit somehow, right? So you want Doran Shield. And then the second thing is, if they're trade and you're not trade, don't trade.
Okay.
It's just, I promise you, if you want to hit them, it'll be painfully obvious. Like this, for example. When she's running into your minions and you zap her, that will be painfully obvious. You can take that. Otherwise, don't take it. Right. This is the opposite, where it's like you definitely don't want to do this, because you're losing out. Right. She eats potion. You eat your potion. You're losing, I would say. So it's just, we just kind of weren't playing the matchup out correctly, I think.
Okay.
Right. You want to fight, Rakan has to hit a knockup. And you still have to reevaluate, because just hitting knockup doesn't mean that guarantees a win, right? So this is not an easy lane, right? It becomes much easier at level 6, but even then you can still lose, right? If you don't have the follow-up on the Rakan ulti, they just turn around and jump on you, and then you got a problem. So definitely don't trade in the trade lane, right? Otherwise, that'll always happen. I promise you. It'll almost never be good. When is a good time to trade into a trade lane? When do you think?
If we sustain, maybe?
Well, then you guys would be considered trade as well. Let's say in this matchup, when is it good to trade, to make a mistake, quote unquote, on purpose? When is it good?
Fighting means. When we have a gank coming.
Yeah, when you have a gank coming, right? You're like, look at me, I'm being a dumbass, trade with me, and then your jungle comes out and kills them, right? So that would be a situation when you want to do that, right? Anything like trying to trade or anything like that, you don't want to do, right? Oh my god, beautiful catch and zap. That was disgusting. That was a sick zap. I think you could have flashed it, but you definitely had the right idea. Oh, nice traps too. But what did we do wrong here?
Here?
Right. How come it could have been dicey if you weren't trying to find this catch for Rakan. Right? Were you trying to get Rakan to knock him up?
Let's see, am I pinging him or he's pinging him?
Oh, you are pinging. I think you are pinging him.
Yeah, so I think I was trying to go for it.
Okay, I see.
But if they traded safely, then they would have came up on top.
Right. But I think you have the right idea, because they're low HP, right?
Okay.
But if they're full HP, then definitely don't do that. But you had the right idea there, is that he can find something just because they're so low, right? Nice catch. And then Gregis comes around. We say this is worth, but this is also map awareness. Oh, wait, this is the same thing as last game. What's going on? Oh, no. Yeah. It's the same thing, right? When you're trying to chase someone or turn, you have to have a reason. Okay. So how do we know we can kill this guy?
Can or can't?
No, how did you know you could kill this guy, I guess?
I think I was just trying to do damage on him.
Right, just trying to get like extra damage, right?
Yep.
So this is like a trap in terms of their jungler's coming when this fight is happening. So you have to assume their jungler's coming, always. How many times have you seen you guys lose 2v2, your jungle comes and kills them? Or you guys win 2v2, their jungle comes and kills you, right? This is...
Seems quite often.
Right, this is how it happens, is that once you get the win, don't die to the jungler, right? If you can help it, because you guys are already winning, right? Even if you die to jungle, it's still good outcome, but it could have been even better, right? And we still have the same issues of map awareness, right? So this is the big thing you want to work on, is map awareness, right? You want to do something? Okay, I want to hit Lulu. Look at the map. Okay, they're all missing. Even TP behind is losing, I would say, right? Or in TP behind, probably not that good, but what if it was Camille or something like that, right? You definitely want to work on your map awareness, I think, right? All this other stuff is good, right? Except don't trade into trade lane, but usually it seems like your rotations, as long as you don't aim the tower, is really good, right? You had a lot of farm last game. It's just we're having a pattern where we die to map awareness, right?
You're definitely right.
So let's see.
Might be like a little sticky note I put on my computer just to make sure.
Right. That's what I did. Right, is just like, okay, don't die to gank no matter what. Right. You remember the season where it was Olaf and Hecarim and all that stuff, right? Zach. I lost every single game, right? And I was like, why am I losing every game? And I look at the replay, and I gave double kill to their jungle every single time. So the instant I stopped doing that, their picks were much less effective, right? So it's just, you just can't die to jungle, pretty much. It's just too important for the map and the team, right? The jungle's just gonna, like, the jungle's mid now, right? So now you guys are probably gonna lose mid fight, right? 2v2. If fast forward, oh wow, they actually did not lose mid fight 2v2, but something like that does snowball, right? For sure. So you see what's going on, right? Oh wait, what happened to their Lulu? Okay, let's watch this. We kind of missed all this. Oh, Rakan with the nice Q. Okay, and then lasting minion, sure.
Guess who's the trade lane now?
This Rakan is just hitting everything. Oh my god, that zap was disgusting. Let me see this. Right, so like we talked about before, chasing leads into skill shots, right? Very good, very good. Okay, nice try. Now you just wait until it's back up. Oh my god, this guy is on fire. Actually destroying them. Yeah, maybe you guys can be trade lane if you hit every single Rakan Q, right? The reason why I never try to classify him as trade is because they're gonna miss most of the time, right? So okay. If you didn't know where the Gragas was, you gotta check the map, right? But I think Eve found Gragas. But definitely, whenever something like this happens, right, you check the map first, always. Like after you push a wave, you check the map, for example, right? This is when I do it. That's how I do it. Is I finish doing something, you check the map. You want to do anything, you check the map, right? That's how important it is, right? You want to trade, you check the map, right? Because they could be acting stupid and you're trading, and all of a sudden jungle comes out. Oh no, you guys could be losing this for sure. Oh my god, are you serious? Where's their flash? So what happened here?
Honestly, I think we were in a case spot because of Lulu being so low and us being full health.
So how come you guys are losing then? Oh my god, that zap though. Let's back it up.
Right, I guess this will lead back to the thing you said, not to do something where you can't accomplish anything, and there's nothing I can do here besides continue to poke them. But
okay, this is true. You should have, after you pushed, you should have go ward, right? Okay. But there's another thing here that's also very much Lulu related, right? This applies to I think Lulu especially, right? Okay. How would you classify Tristana and Lulu in terms of their laning?
Trade.
Right.
An all-in.
Right. And also what else?
Oh, they have 3 different ones.
So Elise comes out and Tristana jumps on you. You could say that's catch, right? Because there's some kind of CC going on here. So what category do they have that you guys don't have?
I'm not sure. I think we're pretty much the same comp now.
So if they go for an all-in and Rakan has the knock-up and Tristana flashes, who's winning?
Alright, then they're probably winning.
Right, and there's nothing you could do to stop that.
Right, because I don't have my summoners either.
Right, that's why we can't say catch is all-in, because catch is not all-in. Catch has to go first, right? Or you have to do it in the middle of the fight, which is almost impossible, right? So they're all-in and you guys are not.
Okay.
Right. Or rather, you can say Jinx is half all in, Tristana's half all in, and Lulu can also count as all in. So you guys are missing something here, right? So they all in here, and you guys are 2v2. You guys are automatically losing. Is the idea?
I guess my thought process was that Lulu was so low that they can't contest us. But you're right, they actually can.
Right. The idea is that
should have killed us too.
Yeah, if you have some way to turn around and kill this guy, then maybe you can say something like, "We're winning all in because we can kill Lulu immediately." But I think most of the time it's not going to be like that.
And I think it comes down to the fact that I have nothing to accomplish.
Right. That too. That too. You can even say something like, "It's similar to the idea of Alistar is 30% HP. He combos you, you guys are still losing." Right, true. Something like that. Or Leona can be low HP and it can still work, right? This is just make sure you know that their all-in is strong, right? This is actually the Kog'Maw Lulu trap, right? How many times have you seen people die to Kog'Maw Lulu, right?
enough to make me want to play that champion.
Right. Exactly. It's like they count as all in, right? It's just most people do not recognize it. It's really hard to recognize that Lulu's all in. But you know, why do you think Lulu's all in? Or why would I say Lulu's all in?
Potentially how she can bring you to the fight with her speed ups, and I'm not sure.
Can she miss anything?
No.
Literally cannot miss. Point and click. That's how you know, right? It's
Fair.
cannot miss. Alistar cannot miss unless you can like flash combo or something, right? But you know, Alistar's gonna walk up, cannot miss stun, for example. Leona cannot miss Q. Brahm's passive literally cannot miss, right? That's how you know that this is all in. Is that it can't be stopped, right? So Lulu polymorph and or damage and ulti cannot be stopped. That's how you know her all in is really good, right? But you know, the reason why she loses to something like Alistar is because if they can kill Lulu before she does any of that, then you know, doesn't work, right? But she does count as all in against, you know, non Alistar and whatever. Oh my god, Rakan's going in.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out. He is so out. Holy shit. Dude, this solo play, dude, this guy's on fire.
Yeah, I think both games had really good supports. I think those traps, the choppers were pretty clutch too.
That was disgusting, right? Yeah. Made it so she can't jump after him. That was really good. Very nice. Very nice. You guys want to push and get the hell out, right? Why do you need to leave?
Well, the reason why I would want to is because I got my BF.
What's the #1 priority in lane?
Not dying to ganks.
Right. So how did you die here? What's the picture?
Oof, it's Gragas, right? Gragas somehow coming from the tri-bush and Tristana jumping on me.
Right. It's going to be Gragas, Tristana, and Ornn TPs from this bush. And we know that Ornn TP is very effective because you cannot leave. You run in this, you just can't dodge the ulti. Right. Okay. So this is how you know you're dying, is that there's a way for them to kill you. And how do you prevent this? You have to keep track of Ornn TP and or pretend Gragas is coming, for example, right? Okay. So that's the idea, right? We're dying right now. That's how I'm like, you need to get out. You need to get out now, right? Even if he freezes, you need to leave because if there's a way for you to die, you're gonna die. And then when you see Gragas, you know it's impossible. So that's how you know you can keep going, right? But the thing is just like you have to be so paranoid because if you get caught by one of these things, it's like throwing the game, right?
I can tell that happened to you because.
Right, of course. Yeah. It's happened so many times, right? How many times does it have to happen before you notice a pattern, right? That's what happened to me. It's just like I died to it a million times. Oh, doing something wrong, right? This is 1v1, right? Unless Ornn TPs, which I hope is not going to happen. Who wins 1v1?
Depending on items, I think Tristana probably does. Or
right, why is her all in?
I think it'll be close. I think Jinx with minigun and choppers can do some consistent damage.
Why is your all in losing always? I would say.
Always.
Right, always.
Probably because she can proc her bomb.
Right. It's one is she can't miss, right? Because it's targeted, and two is hers is faster. All right, faster is really the big one, right? Because if you guys are both all in categories, but she does hers faster, you're dying. Right? You literally cannot stop it, right? How do I know? I die to it, right? It's impossible to win, especially if she has flash, right? Then you can't land like zap and or rocket, right? It's just not possible, right? So that's how you know. And then since Rakan is level 6 and he's getting ulti soon, you guys are good, but definitely don't want to be out here. I would say, right? Why is that?
It's the same scenario we just
did.
Right.
Right. What do you want to do instead? After you push.
Let's see. Probably try to get a revision.
Right. I would word try bush.
Yeah.
Right.
Our wave is too thin to do anything.
Right. So here's the difference that I was telling someone else today. So if you ward now, how do they help Gragas get you in the try bush? You can see them walk. Right, they can't. Otherwise, you'll know, and then you leave, right? And then the difference between doing it then and doing it now is you can't see them if you go where now. So they're all just gonna camp there, and you're done, right? But we see Gragas mid, so we're happy. Gragas is really trying to focus mid, I guess. He's trying to get a Yasuo ahead or something, or making sure Talon doesn't do anything. But really interesting decisions, because I think aiming Jinx could be a good idea for them, right? Right? What do we think? I think you're out. How do we know you're out here, though? How do we know this is fine?
I think we're just far enough.
Right. What specific ability do you have here?
Chompers. Both
Uh,
our summoners as well.
yes, Flash. Heal's less important, but Flash. I thought this was Ornn, so you're gonna Flash Ornn ulti, but Yasuo TV does nothing, right? So
Right.
you guys are good to go. So we know because you can Flash. You have a way out. You're gonna Flash Ornn ulti, right? And then is this worth? If this is Ornn and he ultis, is that worth for your Flash?
Will be worth flashing it, yeah.
No, would it be
No.
good for your team if this
No.
gank happens and
No,
fails?
I guess it would not.
Okay, what's the reasoning?
Because we don't really have follow up, and my like a 4-minute summoner for his TP.
So let's say Ornn comes out, he ults, you guys flash, you get away. Cho'Gath's pushing top, and Talon pushes mid, right?
True.
So which team is winning?
They have a pretty good way of getting dragon.
Wait, you guys are winning though, right? Because their solo laners just lost 6 CS or 12, right?
True. I guess we would trade that for.
Okay, and then
Inferno.
and then they run to dragon, right? So you guys stand around them. How do they do it? Without Ornn ulti.
Maybe they can't.
Right, you guys are in a winning spot because not only can you steal it, you can even stop them. And if they don't pull the trigger immediately, Cho'Gath's getting a free tire, right? So that's how we know that failed ganks are very good for your team. Is that your other laners are winning automatically, right? Like Talon's looking for some kind of roam here, right? And then you guys can probably find something, right? You guys have the advantage in this case, right? Oh, this is automatic win. You just go in. Oh my god, right? So this is how we know that failed gank is not good for the team that ganked, right? Look at this. What's going on right now? Oh my god, no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm not sure if we could have done much more mechanically to get that. We probably could have.
Right. What do we do? What do we do here that I would? What would I say about this? I guess. How do we know that?
Would you say I ulted too early?
Right. Why would I say you ulted too early?
Well, my reasoning behind this was that getting the assist would have gave me my passive. I would have been able to clean up. But I guess I could have gotten more value out of it.
Right. Exactly. It's just It's not clear how much value you're gonna get out of this because you're gonna be hitting Tristana, right? So it's not bad, but I would have used that.
Okay.
Or I would have flash trap combo because that's automatically winning, right? Instead of I'm not sure if this is working, right? You gotta save your ulti for last, right? Or you gotta get an assist or kill, no matter what, right? So here, I think you should just follow up on the Rakan, right? With your trap or zap, and that's already winning, right? And then she uses flash and jump to get out. Oh, you can snipe her, right? So it's just and then here is just unlucky. You'll say unlucky. Because I think you're trying to hit her. Oh, actually, you can't even get her because you have no crit. But whatever, we'll say unlucky, right? Nice try, but as you can see, failed gank is always gonna lose. Okay, failed gank is always losing. So this is why that bot lane can push, get ganked, and get away, and that's called good. Is because their jungler is wasting their time, right? And then your team wins. So here, oh my god, you guys get them all. Right. So now this is completely winning, right? As long as you don't die to gank, completely winning the game. Right, especially when we look at your OPGG and you play late game scaling champions, your only goal is to not die, right? And then you're automatically winning the game. So that's what I want you to think, right? So this is 10 out. This is like automatically something like this is how challengers can win every single game is because you do something like this, your whole team is winning, right? Top, jungle, mid, bot is all winning. So this is good. Oh, okay, what's going on here?
I think all of them were still in base. I kind of felt safe taking.
Okay, so this is kind of advanced, but this is okay because they're dying. But what's the priority here?
Not dying.
Okay, that's true, but we'll say you can't die because of a certain amount of time you can do this, and they can't come back. So what's the second priority?
Because I guess I don't think I can take this fast enough. So I'm not sure.
Second priority is kill all these minions.
Okay.
And third priority is get as much damage as you can without dying, right? This is like min-maxing. This is like what I'm trying to do right now is kind of min-maxing my time after we've won, right? This is not really something you need to work on, but it's good to know, right? Because this is actually a good option, but even though I say don't hit tower, this is actually kind of how you can push more value out of their death, right? But the big idea is you need to kill all these minions in base. That's the big idea, right? So you did it correctly right here, right? Okay. This is very good. That's the important part to get down is kill all the minions in base, and then on top of that you throw and get tower damage, right? It's just we're trying to prevent situations where you hit the tower and you throw, right? So that was actually really good there, but I think the other times, not as much, right? Right, exactly. You have to know exactly why it's good or bad, right? Oh, okay. You have Rakan, so this all-in is going to be based off who gets more value. Oh, you guys automatically win. You hit everything, so... Holy shit, nice bait, right? You knew that Rakan is coming, so you're trying to bait him to jump on you. Very good. Push this out. You can get the tower. How do you know you can get the tower? I guess pretty simple.
Yeah, fairly good in vision. All
they're just all dead, right?
I really wanted the Lulu dead.
You can try, but you know that's not really the priority, right? It's how do you get him, right? Oh, 2v2 is still winning. Oh no, it's not winning anymore. How did I know it's not winning?
We're kind of used up all his stuff 1v2ing.
Right, you did not get enough value, right? So that's how we knew before he dies is. The value of using his knock-up on support is not as good as on AD carry, and they're just gonna kill him. So that's how we know. So so if you see that, you're trying to run, right? So you're trying to chase is the problem here, and then here you're forced to fight. There's nothing you can do. It's just know that it's losing, right? You made the right. You're trying to get something right. There's nothing you can do, right? So the only thing you could have done is just you guys gotta run. Right. All right. Fair enough. You should run. Right. You should know this is losing. But whatever.
It's not till the end of the game. There's not much interesting that happens. Our team just kind of snowballs, and
I see. You just run them over.
And then stuff like this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's actually take a look because it's actually relevant, right?
I think sometimes I go for greedy jungle steals, and. Is it worth dying for like 150 gold? It was not.
Oh, what's going on here? You just need to leave. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't need to. Okay, first is you need to buy boots. If tower is gone, you need boots no matter what, right? Second is the same. Is kind of the same ideas of overstaying, right? It's kind of the same themes, which is good because you know what you need to work on. So just focus on this, one idea of map awareness, right? And make sure we're not dying because of map awareness. I guess, right? Like when it comes to these fights, it seems like you're doing well. And when it comes to 2v2, you generally have the right idea, right? Sure, some things are a little bit off, but you're better than these guys at your rank. It's just you get caught. That's why you're losing right now at this rank, right? Like how do we have 4 deaths, right? I don't know. But that's something you want to take a look at. And all this is 10 out of 10, right? You're just generating gold. That's really good, right? Just remember hitting tower. You have to be very cautious, and you don't know where they are. You have to look at this. Look at what's going on mid. Okay, tell me what's going on mid that we talked about in terms of today. What are they doing?
Some greedy tower pushing.
Right.
No vision.
So you're just fucking dead. They lose Baron, right? So that's what we're trying to prevent right now is us doing that, right? And anything else as well, right? You want to do something? Look at the map. Okay, you wanna do something? Look at the map. Pretend how did they get me? If I were them, how would I get me? Right? Oh, you're still okay here because they're all dead. Finish the Baron. Yep. And then you just all die. Sure. Fast forward. They're just all dead because you have more people. You don't have to watch that. Hit tower because they're all dead. Sure. Base. That's fine. Basically, anytime you go out and try to do something by yourself and you don't know where they are, that's when you die. Okay. Anything team related, 10 out of 10. I think. Anything that's getting money related, 10 out of 10 as well. Anything that's counterplay, they started Baron, you went and pushed and got mid inhibitor. That was actually S+. Okay, that's like that was so good. That's winning the game. It's just when you get caught and stuff, that's when it's dicey, right? That's when we have problems, right? Oh, like what's going on here? Oh, okay, Flash is good. You guys are gonna kill them all, sure. Right. It's basically get your priorities in order, right? Number 1, don't die to gank. Getting farm is winning, right? That's what I want you to think. And then the second is you want to do something, right? This is the big thing that'll help you with everything that happened in these games. Is 1, you want to do something, right? You want to push, you want to ward, you want to hit tower. Doesn't matter what it is. You want to do something. 2, look at the map, and 3, ask yourself, how did they get me? Okay, that's the 3 steps, and you do that for literally everything, right? So let me throw up one of my examples too. Okay, sure. So let's say 1, you're trying to get this bot wave, right? 2, who's missing? Okay, everyone's missing. 3, how did they get me? It's this closest bush next to me.
Okay.
Right, so that's how you play it out, right? And then when you see more people, you're good to go, right? But let's see what's happening here. Okay, here we go. This is a classic example, right? So what are we doing here? That's not good.
Being, I guess, 2v whatever.
Yeah, 2v4, 2v5, right. Automatically losing, right? So numbers advantage. This is a loss, right? I'm just trying to save him. It was a mistake, right? We're all dead here. What's going on here?
Let's see. That was a pretty good fight.
So how come it was a good fight?
2v3.
Even assuming Gregus is here, how come it's a good fight? What kind of advantage did I generate?
Vision.
Everyone can kind of see each other, I guess, in a way.
Fair, but I'm not sure.
They're chasing, right? They're running straight at me, which is how we know we can turn around and get them, right? We land everything because they're just chasing us, right?
I guess I would say I underestimate them chasing, because there was a few times where I thought like, I should have died, but you knew we would win.
Right. Chasing is like one of the big 3 things that's going to win you a 5v5. Okay, chasing, vision, right, and someone getting hit by some kind of value ability, right? When I say value ability, I mean like big Orianna ulti or Lissandra ulti on an important target, right? Anything like that. It's a big value, right? Someone gets hit, you guys don't get hit. That would be number 3 probably. But chasing is huge, right? Chasing in this game is insane, right? Let me see if we can find any more examples here.
Do you think I can show you something from my game today?
Of course, yeah. Let's see it.
Let's see. Turn on screen share.
Right, I'll watch yours then.
Okay, because can you see my screen?
Right, I can see it.
All right, so because I'll show you. I'm somewhat learning. Let's see if I can.
Oh no!
This was a little rough, but we got the job done.
Same idea though, right? Is you're trying to do something, who's missing? Literally, he's gonna kill you, right? So you have to have a plan for that, and or not do what you're doing. Oh no! All these deaths.
I don't want to talk about it. But
all right, fair.
I'm not sure I can find it because I think the replays cut short for some reason. But there was a play where they were. I guess I don't have it. So they were sitting in the bush, and I thought they would, but I didn't know which one, and so they ended up kind of collapsing on us. But
let me see if I can kind of come up with this idea. Is you think they're in a bush, but you don't know where. So what do you do?
I guess do you just back off?
Let me see. So fast forward to the late game.
I think I might actually have it, but if I find it, I would know.
So if you don't know where they are, right? Like in this example, you can't leave your base for whatever reason, right? Because they're going to say, "Oh, Malzahar flash LT" or anything like that, right? So what you do is you wave clear, right, until you can slowly build up vision, like what Jen is doing, like over the wall and stuff like that. So you can eliminate possibilities, right? But the reason why this is just we can't leave is because you can't see Kled and Twitch, right? So it's just their engage is insane, right? You'd have to say something like, our plan for Twitch is we're gonna net and then kite Kled out or something like that, right? So if you look at this, we're never leaving outside our vision because unless you know where they are, you can't You can't do it, right? And then you see Twitch, you can push mid or something like that, right? That's the big idea. And then something else will happen, right? Some kind of fight is going on, and then we can kite this out, right? They're chasing, right? You would say they're chasing, so you're gonna win this. Unless something important happens, like someone gets one shot or anything like that, you should be winning this, right?
Fair.
And then we're chasing, so now we're losing, right? Is easily reasoned out as long as you can see the patterns, right? They're chasing, they're losing, we're chasing, we're losing, right? Overestimating our ability to finish off our opponents, right? So if you don't know where they are, how do you make them show up?
Push something?
Yes. So you don't know where they are, right? Let me see this example. So we don't know where they are, right? Here. So how do you make them show up? Push minions, and then someone's gonna go catch them, right?
Did you end up winning this game?
No, we lost because our team comp is too weak, right? In terms of, let's take a look at it, right? Do I have scoreboard up anywhere? Here. Let me see, right here. So. Malzahar, you could say Victor scaling is a little bit better, but we're obviously losing in jungle and top.
Okay.
In terms of scaling, right? And AD carry you could say is slightly equal, and we're winning support, but top side is just too much. We're losing too hard in these two areas. So the reason why it's like losing scaling is because it's too hard. It's like they're more useful with less skill. You know what I'm saying? Pantheon literally has to do some crazy shit to find some value out of this pick. Otherwise, they just hit him and he dies, right? Everyone hits him and he dies. So you got a problem. Same with Aatrox. They dodge Aatrox. Knockup, you got a problem, right? Versus Twitch just sits there and hits someone and they win, right? So we got outscaled is the problem. Issues happen earlier in the game where we die twice in lane, for example, right? Something like that is what's going on. So.
All right, fair enough. Let me just show you this one clip because I did.
Oh, okay. Of course.
And then I'm all set. This was actually very, very useful. I do appreciate it. So let me see. Okay, can you see it?
Yep.
So this.
You guys are clearing. You're so far away from your tower. It's kind of crazy.
Did I just lose it? Oh no. Okay, so here I felt like they're gonna be gone somewhere, and I was gravely avoiding that push.
They're still in the bush. You still have to pretend they're in the bush. Right. So that's the thing is that you have to pretend until you see otherwise, right? You have to pretend until you see otherwise, right? So you always assume. Even like here's the classic example: Ezreal Qs the bush, and he thinks no one's in there. They're just hiding in the back end of the bush, right? So you always have to assume until proven otherwise, right? You have to see them or something like that. So that's the big idea. The same thing. You have to be paranoid, right? They're just gonna hide there, so you gotta be scared.
Abusive relationship, sure. All right. That was all I had. Appreciate
all right,
it.
Cool.
All right.
If you do come up with any other questions or clips, feel free to hit me up.
Yes. Let's do this again sometime.
Right, sounds good. Let me know how this method works, right? This idea of map awareness, right? Three-step process. You want to do something? You look at the map and you say, who's missing? How can they stop me?
And
right?
It's simple enough that I should be able to do it.
Right. Anytime you do anything, right? And you'll know if you've improved based on you look at your games and you see how many times did you die to map awareness. The answer is 0 for 5 games in a row. You know you did good.
Right?
And I think it'll be much better, right? Next thing you'd want to work on is like stop hitting the tower, right? But we'll get to that point later. But that does tie in with this 3-step idea. Okay, so work on that. Let me know how it goes. But other than that, good luck in your games, man.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.